How's it guys? My name is Bryce from Merwe. Today I'm basically going to talk to you about the recent international test I was involved in against Zimbabwe. We did really well at that test, myself and the rest of the Protea side. We overcame Zimbabwe very comfortably at Albert Falls Dam. And I'm just going to talk to you about basically what we did, what we used, and how we got to our success that we did. Basically, we used one bait the whole weekend, and it was this great bait right here. Z-Man Jackhammer Green Pumpkin. That's it right there. It must be the best bait, moving baits sort of thing I've used ever. I mean, the way it runs in the water, the way it displaces water, the way it's streamlined. Basically, everything runs together in this bait. There's a nice big blade in the front that displaces a lot of water. So if you're throwing it in dirty water, stained water, it still attracts those bass really well. Even though there's a big bulky blade in the front and everything, that hook is all by itself. So when that bass grabs it, there's nothing in the way of setting that hook. The hook sets on this bait is phenomenal. Yes, you'll lose fish, that happens in fishing. But the hook sets and the way this bait pins the fish is phenomenal. It's like nothing else. So I basically use the Green Pumpkin Jackhammer, which is phenomenal. With the colored blade, I think it makes a difference. It's not so flashy. Yeah, and that paint on that blade just stays on a long time on the Jackhammer. It really does. Another one I used was the Z-Man Elite Chatterbait in the bluegill color. So it's almost the exact same bait. It's just got a bit of that greenish, yellow, orange flash in it, which may have made a difference, I'm not sure, but I mean, I had great success on both of them. The only thing about the Elite one is the paint on the blade doesn't stay on as long, but all I did was I got a little Sharpie and I just colored that blade in and it seemed to work perfectly. The trailer I used was a Green Pumpkin Z-Man Razor Shad. It's made for chatterbaits. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's elastic, so this thing lasts forever. I used one the whole competition, and that's when you know you're getting value for your money. The way this Razor Shad runs with the chatterbait is phenomenal. It's so in sync with the blade, and you don't get a better trailer for a chatterbait. It's the only trailer you need, and it's perfect. One other bait that I used was a Strike King Red Eye Shad. This one's a bit torn up as you can see, but it's a 1/4 ounce Red Eye Shad in chrome and blueback color. I did change the hook side. I think it's size 4 mustard triple grips. Phenomenal treble hooks. These they don't break, they don't bend, and they keep those fish pinned amazingly. Yeah, that bait did some great damage, as you can see. I mean, that's one weekend of fishing and all that paint's come off. Basically how we fish those, I fished the Red Eye Shad more in the deeper spots in that river channel. I mean, pulling it out of those little sticks and things, those bass jump on it. Then with the jackhammer, I threw it the heaviest cover I could find. In the sticks, it must bounce off those little twigs and things, and as it bounces off, then those bass go for it. I mean, it's an amazing bite. You pretty much throw it in those sticks and hold on. I mean, it's amazing. I threw it on a Pesca Pro Series spinnerbait chatterbait rod. I mean, it loads up perfectly. Even when they child right at the boat, it gives them time. It loads up perfectly, and that hook set just is amazing. And I threw it on 17-pound Seaguar. I was using the Invisex. That's just my personal preference. Some guys do like to throw braid, less stretch, better in the cover. But I mean, that's personal. I mean, personal preference is always key. Confidence in what you're throwing. 17-pound Seaguar is what I prefer. Some guys throw the 50-pound braid. They both work exceptionally well. It's just your personal preference. On the Red Eye Shad, I was throwing the Pesca Pro Series deep crankbait rod and the Lose custom speed spin. The reason I threw the deep crank rod was because I wanted that extra distance. The longer rod just allowed me to get the farther cast, and yeah, But I mean, the equipment didn't let me down the whole weekend. I didn't snap off on a single fish. And yeah, I mean, when your equipment doesn't fail you, it's an added bonus. So yeah, that's what got us our success at the Junior International, which was amazing, great event. And then I also was privileged enough to fish the charity bass event with Brian Lepan. And that Z-Man jackhammer killed it for us again. I mean, top junior, second and third top junior fish or something like that. Brian Lepan and myself came third, I think it was. I mean, this bad boy is doing some proper damage at Albert Falls. All of this stuff, all the rods, reels, line, equipment, everything was bought at Bass House, great prices. I mean, great products that last you forever. I mean, they don't break. And it's value for money. I mean, what makes fishing better than when you don't have to spend a lot of money on something? And I mean, those Pesca Pro Series with the warranty, pay $250 and get a brand new rod. I mean, you can't get a better deal than that. So guys, head down to Bass House and pick yourself up a green pumpkin jackhammer and go and catch some dogs in Albert Falls. Thanks for watching.